watch. Well, obviously, I haven't watched any of the videos we watched together, so never mind. Haven't watched any of these. Anyway. Oh, that is muted for you. But at least I tested the volume and it's not crazy loud.
This video was made possible by Saley and some very patient people over at Patreon.
Saley.
Okay, music fades in. My friend, let me weave you a tale.
Weave.
Of a windswept night beyond the old Egyptian sands, where the water plays coy with the shore,
So intense.
and the coy are sure to play in the water.
This is a DreamWorks
Where the
thing?
desert wolves make love
Oh.
to the moon.
Make love to the moon?
Exterior day. This is the Suez Canal. Undeniably, Egypt's most famous body of water. Nothing bad ever happens here.
Nothing. Ever.
Oh, except for that one time.
No.
Oh. Okay, so there's a ship, and it's called the Ever Given.
Okay.
And it's going up the Suez Canal really, really fast, probably.
Why does it have a turbo? I'm turning up a little bit more.
And you think that, well, the Port Authority would call up, and they'd be like,
Captain, you are going way too fast.
but the
But
captain,
clap
he's
like-
wicked sit cool. So he's like,
They're just jealous of my passion for going fast through critical trade infrastructure. Increase speed.
What's stupid?
If you will not slow
But do they actually like go like? Why would a shipment container go super fast? Like, why would you want to do that? We had to make the deadline.
down, prepare to meet the full might of the
Turn on the
Egyptian
turbos!
military.
two
Nitrous.
of Egypt's fastest fighter jets scramble on the runway.
Oh no.
But the captain kept adding power.
Faster! The people of Europe need these Chinese knockoffs of European goods.
And they got all sorts of technology to go like top speed.
Don't go faster, I beseech you.
But everyone on the crew was loving it. Yeah, go
Yeah,
faster.
speed.
But then,
Look out! Someone
There's
left
a ramp.
in the middle of the canal.
I ain't afraid of nothing.
Yeah,
it was at this point that the captain
I'm writing that down. I'm not afraid of nothing. Okay, I gotta figure out how to put that joke in my life. Okay.
chose to do a wicked sick jump.
Yeah, do a kickflip.
Lens flare. But they overshot it. They were gonna collide with a gently sloping sandy bank.
Uh-oh.
They threw on the handbrake,
Drop anchor!
Brake.
Brace for impact!
but it was too
Hand anchor.
collision. Literally everybody died.
Guys, we're all ghosts now, if you didn't know. We're all dead. The end.
Ever given, ever taken away.
Beautiful. Good story!
Yeah, that'll do. All right, see you in a year. What do you mean it's not long enough? Wikipedia, ChatGPT. Add
Perfect.
the music. They love that. A reaction GIF? That's a good
Perfect.
one. No, this video's too good. Dial it back a little. Okay, let me start again.
No, I want the
I'll do the phony voice too. Better. Okay, so here's what really happened.
I'm not sure. Are they going to read it? No. So I will. The following is based on true. The following is based on true events. However, most details come from secondary sources. While some conversations were recorded, including the VDR data of the ship, almost none of that material has been made available to the public, so we took a few liberties to fill the gaps. All characterization should be considered fictional, not reflective of the real people involved, and interpreted for storytelling and entertainment purposes only. Also, we play it pretty fast and loose with certain details and the order of events. Be cool, and please don't bother any of the people involved in the Suez incident. We're just here to have a good time. You hear that, chat? You hear that? You need to behave. Oh, wait, you know what? I haven't done. Actually, you guys have been really behaving because I never turn off sound alerts or Tangia, and now they're off, so please don't use them. Good job, guys. I'm so proud. Anyway, let's continue.
So here's what really happened.
I choose to hear nothing. Dang it, Uncle. Act 1. Everything is great.
This story begins in Malaysia. Of course, you already know, but that's this one over here. And at a port named Tanjung Pelepus is the container ship known as the Ever Given. The last
Would you ever be terrified if a freight ship just fell from the sky and landed in the ocean in front of you?
of the cargo is loaded onto the ship, and the captain of the ship, Krishnan Kanthaval, is there with his crew of 20.
Kanthaval.
Hello. At this point, Kanthaval probably said something like, "All right, the boat's tummy is all full of cargo. We're almost ready to get..."
Okay, I need to know. I need to know where he's getting like these. That'd be quite a fright spit. That's a cool one. That's a cool one. Where is he finding these gifts of these people? Like, especially the guy rubbing his belly. Where do you, or did you like say, "Hey, I need some actors, just do some stuff"?
Get going. So Evergreen, the operating company of the ship, would have called ahead and booked passage for the ship. Yes, one adult ship ticket, please.
Bond. Forbidden.
Large. How many containers? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now this guy at the operating company is on the line to the Suez Canal Authority.
Suez, not Suez.
And they are in charge of all of the operations of the Suez Canal.
Suez.
All right, thank you for choosing Suez Waterways. You are scheduled for March 23rd. You are 922nd in queue.
That's a lot.
All right, we've got a Supermax container coming through on March 23rd. Pulling up the stats now. The Ever Given, one of the largest container ships in the world.
Oh, that's what it's
Over
called.
400 meters long, 60 meters wide.
Oh.
Only 10% smaller than the world's largest aircraft carrier.
Interesting.
Able to carry over 20,000 of these shipping containers. Here's a guy and a sandwich for scale.
Where's the banana, though? I need a banana for scale. How can I tell how large this thing is? I don't know a sandwich. I guess that's a foot long, but it's more accurate with the banana. Carry capacity is measured. I can't see that. 20-foot equivalent units. These are the smaller size containers pictured here, but most containers are 40 feet, twice as long. So the Ever Given would have closer to only 10,000 standard containers worth of carry capacity. Still impressive. I can't even carry one. Well, I'd be kind of scared if you could carry one, by the way.
All right, Navigator.
If it's an
Helmsman,
abnormally large banana,
Gene.
I would know still.
Let's get going.
That's
We wouldn't want to
banana.
hold up the other ships. With a teary goodbye, the Ever Given sets sail from Malaysia and makes course for the Netherlands. Let's go to the map. Malaysia, and you already know, but the Netherlands is over here. The route's so simple. You just go from here over to... Oh.
Oh.
We're blocked
There's
by
no way
Africa,
on-
sir. Should we just head back? Don't worry, I know a shortcut. Head into that inlet. It's called the Red Sea.
Launch the wheels.
Captain, it's blue. I know.
Guys, I'm so sorry that you just now found out. Did you know that the Red Sea is actually blue? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to ruin your imagination.
In a bit over a week, the Ever Given cruises all the way to the Red Sea. And on the way, someone on the crew points out
Liar.
Djibouti and says it aloud. Djibouti, because it's fun to say.
Djibouti.
It's a great time to be a cargo ship captain, I can tell you that much. Captain, we've got another problem on the sat-nav.
We're supposed
There's
to be
more
red. I
land in the
know.
way. How are we supposed to get through an obstacle like this? Should I
Yeah, I was supposed to
just
say
head
the-
back?
go
Now,
across,
if this
right?
was 1868, Canthaval would be in big trouble. But luckily, in 1869, someone happened to dig a big channel right from one side of this isthmus to the other, and filled it with water, they did, which meant that ships no longer needed to circumnavigate Africa.
There you go.
It's not nothing personal. It's a geographic thing.
They missed the ship.
Late that
They went
evening,
away
the
from
Ever Given arrives at the Gulf of Suez. Here on the map. It's a big open area for ships to park. And there are ships everywhere, sitting idle, waiting for their turn to pass through the canal. Now the helmsman is kind of driving around the area, looking for a place to park and drop anchor.
Yeah,
But
park
then-
between the lines.
Something captures his attention. Hey, what's that mysterious-looking ship over there? It looks abandoned. M.V. Ahmad. M.V. Do not speak its name, helmsman. Why
evil
not?
ship.
Look, there's a spot. That's a handicap. They park the ship, drop anchor, and
Your
radio
handicap sign
into
out.
the Suez Canal Authority. Thank you for joining the queue. Typical wait time is a few hours, up to 1 business day. Why do we have to wait? Why can't we just go straight through? Because we've got rules here at the canal. A big book of them. No running, no dive bombing, and blah, blah, blah. Somewhere way down the back of the manual it says, all vessels entering or leaving the canal must have a pilot. And in fact, a ship as large as yours needs 2. These pilots are employees of the Canal Authority who understand the perils of the route.
makes sense.
Kind of like a consultant to the captain.
they have a-
And they stand around going,
call it?
yes,
Pilot for a
go
boat.
here.
Hi, Apollo,
Turn
hi."
coming up here. Watch out for the geese.
Could you
So
even
just
see the
stand by
geese
for a
from that
while,
ship?
yep? All right, nothing to do till this pilot arrives. Guess I'll take a little bit of me time. I'm off to my cabin, fellas. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And so just after midnight, Canthaville heads back to his quarters to take a nap. Quite a cozy scene, wouldn't you say? But all is not well on the Ever Given tonight.
Uh-oh.
There seems to be some trouble with the weather.
No, the
2:30
weather.
a.m.
Oh, that was sucks though at 2:30
Canterville wakes
a.m.
up. Outside is the loud rattle of shipping containers sparring with the wind. Loud enough to capture Canthaville's attention. Raro. He dashes up to the bridge.
One, two.
All right, what's
No,
the
my
status
Amazon
on
packages.
it being really, really windy outside? The wind is up to 35 knots, but the Ever
geese
Given is
constant,
fine and
yep.
the anchor is
It's
keeping
all
us
the geese'
held.
fault.
All right, it sounds like I can head back to my quarters then. Wait, Captain. I think we need to move the ship. Yeah, those guys are getting closer and closer to us. We're surrounded by ships like the Al Nasriyah. Their anchors can't withstand the wind, and they are being dragged about. We need more buffer, or there's risk of a collision. Good thinking. All right, duty engineer, prep the engines. Aye. The ship kicks to life.
Aye.
The helmsman steers the Ever Given to get further away from the other ships. This whole thing might be cancelled. Port control. Although this waiting area is delightful, the weather outside is very frightful. Is passage through the canal still happening? Not cancelled. Hold position. Your pilot is wrapping up and will be on his way to your vessel soon. They're making us wait. Captain,
Sorry, you have to wait now in the hurricane. Good luck.
if we're struggling not to hit ships in this
What else
big
can you
open
do?
area, it's going to get pretty dicey when we have to navigate through a narrow channel like the Suez. Yes.
How deep is like the Suez? Like how? I guess how high is the land? Like, is it just like the same height as like the water or something, or is it? I don't know why I picture like this mountain and like a slice through it. I don't think it's like that, but I don't know because I would figure that maybe like
Although
it
you
would block
should
the
have
wind or
said,
something. I mean, Amazon
spoiler
packages too
warning.
many. Too many. That's the day people didn't receive their packages.
Coming up next on Channel Ad Time.
Ad
Welcome
time.
back to Raising Sailing. I'm Sailey Man,
Hi,
professional
Sailey Man.
traveler and eSIM user. Finding tourists to get them huge savings on an eSIM plan. It ain't for the faint of heart. But if there's one thing I've learned in all my years, when they're traveling, they need data.
I can't get an Uber. I didn't sort out my data before I left.
Got
I'm kinda
another
scared
one.
right now.
Try
That guy.
this. First, we download the Sailey app on your phone. Then we choose how much data we want and where. Then we add the code Internet Historian for 15% off. And don't
Ooh.
forget the most important part. Mwah.
Gotta
I
be
just gave your
my,
phone international data using the Saley app.
extra bonus if you get hit.
Thank you,
down
Saley
with-
man.
Wait, down with? Are we down with?
Very cool.
So download the Saley app or scan the
That
QR
was
code on the screen
haunting.
now and use the code Internet
Oh,
Story.
I want to feel the curse again.
Got
Hold on.
another one. Of heart.
I need
Got
it.
another one. Try this. First, we
Where is it?
download the They Need user. Finding tourists to get them huge savings on an eSIM plan. It ain't for the faint of heart.
Oh, that's very fast.
But if there's one thing I've learned in all my years, when they're
Probably.
traveling, they need data.
Oh, maybe
I
not.
can't get an Uber. I didn't sort out my data before I left.
This poor guy. Is this guy who watches it? He'd be like, "Wait, hey, that's me." Oh, no, that's not me. Never mind. That's not me. That's not me.
Here comes Saley Man. Over 200 destinations, 24/7 live chat support, and no
Aw.
physical SIM or roaming fees, because it's just an app.
I love
Could I have my phone back, please?
At Saley,
What about
family
Pitbull?
comes first, and data comes second. Data comes first. They're both tied for first.
Tonight on Raising Saley.
Anyone can get Saley. Dead ones.
Oh, not him
Sorry,
again.
I have a boyfriend ones. All regular.
I have a presentation in 15 minutes at the UN Security Council,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't download the slides. Without this presentation, I'm worried they're going to nuke North Sentinel Island again.
15 minutes to go and he hasn't got the slides.
No.
I'll be the guy who started the next World War without those damn slides.
10 minutes to go and he hasn't
Wins
got
it.
the slides.
History will not look kindly on me without those
Why is
slides.
he twerking over
Here
there?
comes Saley. Now you have 10 gigabytes of data on your phone, cheaper than most phone providers.
I love you, Saley man.
Hush, little one. I saved it.
The Saley app really
We get
saved me.
visited by
This
Saley
truly
Man.
was our darkest hour. But we prevailed. It's not an easy job, but Saley gets me through.
Why is he
So
hurting
download
everyone?
the Saley app or scan the QR code on screen and use Internet Historian as the code to get 15%
I
off
get
at
extra
checkout.
percent
Get
off if
some
I get
damn
smothered by
data
my
on your
pillow
phone,
by
why not?
Saley Man.
And over. Some
Good
time
ad.
has passed. We're back on the bridge.
Clap, it was a
There's
good
the
ad.
helmsman. Captain's gone back to his quarters. Pilots won't be here for hours. Then suddenly, an
74
idea.
feet. Oh, thank you, Trey.
The helmsman takes it
very deep,
upon
okay.
himself to navigate a little bit of
Deja vu.
tee-hee-hee.
Oh, that's gonna be annoying.
Says the helmsman. As long as no one
Uber
checks the
Eats.
nav data, this won't come back to bite me at all.
Uh-oh. I was just
A couple
drifting
of
the
hours
boat.
pass. The wind dies down just a little. No ships crashed into the Ever Given, but a small one did pull up beside it.
Hello. Your Uber's here.
Captain, pilots are here. Welcome aboard. Oh, hey, Captain. Yes, we're running late. Where's the helm? We don't know what the pilots' names are, so we're just going to go with
Thanks
blue
for the game
and
results, by
red.
the way.
Okay, I think we should move ahead at about 14 kilometers. That's right. Ahead, 14 kilometers per hour.
Ahoy!
The Ever Given joins a convoy of ships taking position at the entrance to the canal. Convoy, checking in. Ready.
Ready?
All right, everybody. We want to be alert. Stay focused. Yeah, Captain. I'll follow the other ships. I'll try not to get lost. Hold on, helmsman. And the audience. This is a much more perilous journey than you might know. What, a big straight line? It is 193 kilometers of narrow waterway. And I hope you've got some stamina, because it takes 12 hours to traverse. That's a full day trip. Some parts are only 24 meters deep. Oh, that's very shallow. Yes.
I'm an American. What's 24 meters? Hold on. I got this. Okay, yeah. 78 feet. Yeah. 78.
And only 200 meters wide in some parts.
What is that?
That's very narrow. I've seen McDonald's drive-thrus with more clearance. And you certainly wouldn't want to have an accident, would you? Because 12% of the entire world's sea freight passes through here. If you blocked it, the consequences.
Help me, step ship and transport. I'm stuck. You know,
would be
football field.
humongous. No pressure, though. Oh, I see. Oh, don't mind him. He gives that speech to everybody. Ahead, 14 kilometers per hour. Yes, pilot. 14 kilometers. Steady on.
How many kilometers is that?
So into the canal, the ever-given wind. As they cruise, the winds swirl back onto the sea. No longer buffered by miles of open water, the sand and dust can blow about with abandon.
Why does it?
Low visibility. Strong winds jostle the ship. Grit pelts the bow.
Uh-oh.
The Ever-Given steams ahead at about the pace of a fast jog. And there's no real build-up here, to be honest. Things go awry almost immediately. How are you coping with the wind? It's manageable. All right, well, the wind is definitely pushing us to the left-hand side.
Video game.
Yes, just try to keep it as centered as you can. Adjusting. These winds are quite something. Do you think we should have insisted they postpone? Well, the pilots don't seem worried, and they know this water better than anyone. The angle of the wind is particularly nasty, catching the enormous surface area of the ship and constantly nudging it off course. Helmsman, you're still too far to the left. You got to get back to the center. Yeah, I'm trying. Adjusting. The helmsman keeps changing the trajectory of the ship, but he cannot seem to stay in the center. Come on, helmsman, we're still not centered. I know, it's the wind. No matter what they do, they can't seem to get away from the left bank. The wind foils their every countermaneuver. This is not as manageable as I thought it would be. Is it going to be like this the whole way? Don't worry, this is really common. It won't be the whole trip. No. The problem is we're going too slow. Red pilot takes the initiative. If we speed up, we can push through the wind. Accelerate to 22 kilometers an hour. Somewhat reluctantly, the helmsman obliges.
Speed up,
22
turbo!
kilometers per hour. Engines engage and the ship speeds up. Captain, going this fast in heavy winds is needlessly reckless. There are protocols for this sort of thing. All right, Gene, it's a bit windy. Relax, this must happen all the time. The red pilot was right. The increased speed helps them to fight through the wind and get away from the left-hand bank. However, they can't seem to keep the ship in the very center. Helmsman, you're aimed too severely to the right-hand bank now.
Turn left!
We need a bit of leadership here. Don't worry, I know what to do. Turn left. Adjusting. The pilot's giving steering instructions now. Captain, is he supposed to do that? Captain, the pilot is not here to give steering orders. You should say something.
Uh-oh.
The ship is now consistently snaking left and right and left and right. Turn to the right! So they turn to the right, but then they end up too far to the right. You're too close to the right bank now. Turn to the left. Yes, I agree. Turn to the left.
Left, right, left, right.
This is all a bit tense, and we both know where this is going.
Yeah.
It's gonna crash.
No!
Let's just enjoy it.
Spoiler alert!
Oh, wow. There it is. A gently sloping sandy bank.
Ah, so serene.
Red pilot, we're just consultants. This isn't our job to steer the ship. You're micromanaging. We should only be giving general navigation advice. We're getting too close to the left bank. I can't keep...
Can I have this job with these pilots? I can navigate you. Go straight. Do I turn anywhere? No. Straight. Hey, make sure you keep going straight. You're doing good. You're going the right way. 20 minutes later. Hey, make sure you stay straight. You're doing good. You're going the right way. And then I would get us lost somehow.
Keep it centered. We have to slow this ship down. If we slow down, the wind will push us into the bank. What do I do? Reduce the speed. The two pilots begin bickering. And not just bickering normally. They're bickering in Arabic. Arabickering.
No.
And Canthavel's crew doesn't speak Arabic. What the hell are they saying? I don't know. Neither do I. Does anyone here speak Arabic?
No. He barely speaks English, man.
The Ever-Given has reached its target speed of 22 kilometers an hour, but they're taking wider and wider turns and can't seem to get anywhere near the center of the lane. And the two pilots, they're still fighting.
Cars.
Captain?
I can
Captain!
do boats. Maybe.
Pilots!
Boating license.
Captain! The Ever-Given then reaches an
Deja vu.
extreme, unrecoverable angle, pointing acutely to the right, straight for the bank.
Uh-oh. It calls for us! It just looks so pretty.
We need to turn left. Now. Hard left. Hard to the left. Hard to the left. The rudder turns. But the ship doesn't turn with it. Instead, it slides. Didn't I tell you to turn left?
I'm trying,
Why
sir.
aren't we turning? I am turning to the left, Captain. The ship's not responding. I knew this would happen. It's your fault. The helmsman loses his ability to steer. The ship has gone out of control.
What if you like break it all of a sudden? I don't know. Why is Camilla here? From Fire Emblem.
Captain. Canterville finally steps forward. Enough! Helmsman, center the rudder. Reduce speed. Rudder center. Reduce. But it's too late. Canterville did not intervene.
Yeah, Camilla from Fire Emblem. She likes to give hugs. Hi,
In
nerd.
time.
Captain,
Shit.
Captain. I didn't see. Oh. According to a person familiar with VDR audio, Captain Canterville reacted as anyone might in the same situation. He screamed. Hey, well, we met halfway.
The
You gotta
crew
come
can
pick
feel
up
the
your
vibration
delivery.
through the floor as the bow meets the bank.
I
That
bet all these
bow
other
raced
ships.
6
What if all the other ships are like, man, it's like this is like an easy thing to do, blah blah blah, and they're like, wait, someone somehow ended up on the side bank on the sand. Really? Are these people stupid?
meters, slides into the bank with ease,
With
like a hot
ease,
pencil
okay.
through pudding. Meanwhile, the rear of the ship is pulled into the opposite bank. The bridge shakes and the crew lurches forward as 300,000 tons of momentum is reduced to zero in the span of a couple of seconds. We've run aground, cut your engines,
Aground on
Canterville
both
yells out
sides.
on the radio, because don't forget, these ships are running as a convoy, which means that the ships behind them have just seen what's happened, and they all have to
Yeah, why are they fine? Why is ours bad and sucky?
slam on the brakes. A couple of ships back, the Asia Ruby 3 suffers an engine malfunction, and it cannot stop as quickly as it intends to, and nearly plows into the back of the Maersk Denver. They manage to stop themselves just in time and prevent running aground as well. Pan back to the Ever Given. Let us look at it from above.
Look at it.
It is diagonally wedged across the entire canal.
Quite.
An unplanned bridge connecting two continents. A ship collision of such magnitude, there's almost nothing to compare it to. Maybe Hindenburg?
Oh, I was supposed to say, wait, is this like the real image of it? And it says, this is a real satellite photograph. I'm fine. It's been a long day. This is a real satellite photograph. Look at this photograph of the ship shortly after the crash. Yeah, that's the IRL
9/11.
picture
I'll
right
keep
there.
Googling.
Photograph.
Hold off on the dramatic sound effects. There's no need to panic just yet. It's like a car tire stuck in the mud. We simply reverse. Full astern. Well, that means full backwards. Propellers at the back of the ship whiz to little effect. Locked in place by the sand.
Stuck in the sand.
We didn't move. Merely a run-up. Crash astern.
Get outside and push
That's
the boat.
the most dramatic version of full astern,
Oh, work
ramping
a
up to
problem.
full thrust as quickly as possible.
Welcome back.
Nothing. No, stop it. No sound effect just yet. We still have one more option. Stop.
No sound effect just yet.
Nothing. No, stop it. No sound effect just yet. We still have one more option. Start up the bow thrusters.
Amazing.
They're the jets at the front of the ship that give a little bit of extra oomph. Crash astern, full thrusters.
Sound effect now. How about now?
No effect, sir.
Oh no! Not that one. man.
Now, we don't have the transcript from here, so we'll just presume that at the time, Canterville said something very quirky and millennial, like, so that just happened. But what we do know is that he and the pilots then jumped on the radio and got in contact with the Port
Have
Authority.
insurance for the boat and all the cargo?
We've got something to tell you, and you gotta promise not to get mad. Shut up.
Maya.
Look, listen, we're gonna need a tugboat. We are run aground. The helmsman takes a turn at being millennial. There are other ships right behind me, aren't there? Uh-huh. And there were, as the queue of container ships piling up behind them got longer and longer.
I don't know they're like that close to each other.
Make that 2 tugboats.
No, he actually said
Make that 2 tugboats. So what happened here exactly? And who is in big, big trouble? Explainer time! There are 3 main causes to why the ship crashed. Let's start with the wind. The captain could have very easily said, guys, the wind is far too severe. Let's postpone. But he didn't. However, the blame's not all on Canterville. The 2 pilots could have also said, let's just follow protocol. By radioing in to HQ and saying, yes, get us 2 tugboats, please. With 1 on each side at the front, they would have had far more stability and control. And they wouldn't need to erratically fight about with the wind.
Why do they even do that? Like, come on now. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Raiders. Welcome in. Like, if you know 2 tugboats are going to, like, balance it better, like, why would you not just go ahead and do it?
To stay in the middle of the lane.
Now you've
Second
done this.
cause, the speed of the ship. Now, it was the red pilot who told the helmsman, accelerate the ship to 22 kilometers per hour. But when he did that, they were already driving at the speed limit for their weight class, 14 kilometers per hour. And telling the helmsman to go beyond that meant that they are technically breaking the rules. And while I agree that some rules are made to be broken, going this fast in a very large ship in a comparatively small canal causes a whole bunch of problems to do with fluid dynamics. Big problems. Huge.
5 fun physics phenomena.
No, I don't know the physics, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
You're gonna make... Oh, no. Okay. Google the bank effect. Zones of high and low pressure caused by the quick displacement of water cause the ship to be pulled towards the bank at the rear of the ship and repelled from it at the front. I didn't pay attention to what I was reading. The closer the ship is to the bank, the stronger this effect. This results in a consistent diagonal force that ultimately makes your ship overcorrect at every turn. Okay, that makes sense. Think of it like... I can't read it.
But what I will say...
Physics phenomena.
No, I don't know the physics.
The reverse of when you go too slowly on a bike and it gets all wobbly. It's nothing like that. But it's a fun image.
Tell you. But what I will say is this.
Thanks.
Speeding up causes something approximating oversteer. The ship becomes all slidey. I'm just going to turn a little bit to the left. But instead, you go a lot to the left. I'll just turn right a little bit. But instead, you turn to the right a lot. Remember how the cheerful navigator was like, come on, guys, we have to get back to the center of the lane. Well, they can't.
Come on, guys. We have to get back to the center. I feel like it's like a bad anime right now.
Back to the center. The speed and the oversteer means they overshoot it. One more effect of going very fast.
I will sneeze.
That's
Wait
me.
for it.
I sneeze in the sunlight.
Take a look at this animation side on. Water pressure effects cause the ship to tilt. At this speed, the front is raised 6 meters higher than usual, which means when they collide with the bank, combined with the high velocity, they really wedge themselves in.
Yeah.
But we can't just blame everything on the physicists, because there's a third main cause. Poor communication.
That's like the worst thing. I swear, the communication thing. Trust me. If you work for like any corporate place, there's always going to be bad communication. Like, hey, this very important thing. Hey, only like half the people know it, but everyone should know it. But we're not going to tell the other half of the people. And when the other half of the people are like, hey, we're going to do this, and they're like, hey, no, you can't do that because we have to do this. Well, no one told us to do that. Blah blah blah. I hate bad communication. I hate it so much.
English is the official language of pretty much every port. However,
we do have
the
the same
pilots start
language.
arguing with each other in Arabic, which is not just unprofessional, but excludes all of the rest of the crew from what's being discussed.
Yeah,
And all
especially
of
like
these
the two
competing
pilots
voices
that-
make for chaos on the bridge. But the
They're arguing
blame
with
is
each
not all on the co-pilots either. The captain is always in charge. He has the ultimate authority. Decisions start and end with him. So the captain should have intervened and said something like, "Shut up, everybody."
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He stands there quite passively throughout. By the time he does step in, it's too late. Now that everything's been laid out, who would you say is at fault for the crash of the Ever Given? The helmsman? Blue pilot? The red pilot? Canthaville?
Chad captain. I feel like the red and blue pilot, because they're the pilots to guide you through it, and yet they're telling them how to steer the ship when they're apparently not supposed to tell people how to steer the ship, and then they started arguing with each other. I don't know. It was the geese. It was the geese that caused the issue. They caused the storm, the sandstorm, the arguing. All their fault.
I'll tell you. Society, that's who.
You
and
guys.
me.
I'm just kidding.
And I think you should apologize.
Chat, you should apologize. It's your fault. It's your fault, guys. And mine, apparently. Sorry. Ever Given. No, you apologize right now. It's your fault. Do you not understand? Never. Act 2. Stuck. Day 1. Day 1 of Act 2 being
So
stuck.
we have something 3.5
Die
times
on
the
the
size of the
sill.
Titanic, choking the world's largest freighting canal like a greedy seagull throating a glue stick.
Wait. So. Dang. So this is the Titanic? That's the Titanic? That's huge! Freaking. Why is it shaped like this? I didn't realize they're like that big.
Good start.
What was that? I just went back into it.
Like a greedy seagull throating a glue stick. Good start. And they
There,
didn't get
that's what it
very
was.
far through the canal itself. About 5% of the progress bar. But if we scroll up for a second, we can see what landmarks they missed out on. The Great Bitter Lake. Named so because the water there is very salty instead of fresh.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Then
like
up a
bitter
two-lane
attitude.
bit and over to Timsar Lake. Named so because Timsar is the Arabic word for crocodile, because there used to be crocodiles in there.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's pretty much zip right through to the Mediterranean. That would have been very nice for them.
That would have been very nice.
Now we
still.
go back a bit to Timsar Lake. And here you'll find the city of Ismailia.
Hi,
And at its
Ismailia.
port, see this building?
I see it.
This is the Suez Canal Authority.
It's a big
Inside, Captain El Said, head of navigational control, is just settling in for the day. As he sits down to his desk, Captain, you're gonna want to see this. The video feed pulls up. What? Line 1. We're stuck. We'd like to request a tugboat. Stuck? Stuck where?
How? You're supposed to go straight.
You know that single lane area pretty close to the entrance? There.
You know the beginning?
Now, had this happened in one of the 2-lane sections, they could have kept the traffic flowing. But alas.
No.
What? So you're blocking all the traffic?
Yep.
Mr. El Said, we already promised we wouldn't get mad. Fine. I gotta see how bad it is in person. El Said snatches his keys off his desk and he races down to
See
his
how he
car,
won't learn
rushing
anything.
to the scene.
Hey, get out yourself.
He gets out and casts his eyes upon the ship. My God. Towering over him is a structure the width and breadth of the world's largest Walmart. Except it is also
That's huge.
15 stories tall. The bow, raised 6 meters higher than normal, is jammed into one side, like an unwitting finger in a Chinese finger trap that somebody filled with Gorilla Glue in its prom tomorrow. And the ass of the ship firmly squat.
Where do you get these sayings? Because I need to know. Finger stuck in one of those Chinese little finger puzzle things stuffed with Gorilla Glue. But what makes it worse is that prom is tomorrow. Well, guess what? You're going to prom with the little Chinese finger toy thing.
Squatting aground on the other side. And the middle of the ship,
Like there's a
making
story to
bended
that
metal
analogy,
groans as
probably.
it's barely suspended by only a few meters of water. El Said lets the sand run through his fingers.
Pocket sand.
At this point, another important person arrives on the scene. Admiral Rabi. He is the Suez Canal Authority chairman,
Hi.
the big boss of the whole canal. Here's the rough structure of the organization. He's all the way up here, right?
Oh, no.
So high up that he reports directly to the Pharaoh of Egypt himself. Yep, that's one blocked canal.
Big boss.
No, Mr. President.
Hi,
He
Robbie.
didn't say blocked. Shut up. He said that canal rocked. He's giving it a 5-star review. Come on, follow me to the bridge. Now, Al Said and Rabi board the ship, and it's a hell of a scene. The crew is racing around. Oh God, they're gonna check the nav data. They're gonna see the dick pic. Oh God. Canterville's standing back
dick
taking a
pic.
panicked phone call with the operating company. Okay, so 2 pilots walk into a ship, and the first one says, and the 2 pilots from before are still bickering. All right.
Imagine walking into this chaos if it was like specifically all this happening.
One says, and the 2 pilots from before are
After giving their account of the accident to El Said, if I'm mispronouncing, I apologize, the 2 SCA pilots who had been on the Ever Givens Bridge prepared to disembark. As they did, so they continued to bicker, according to lawsuit evidence that's disputed by the SCA. Why would you put these 2 guys together? Apparently, they just fight constantly. Like, hey, you and you. You're the only ones here. I'm sorry. I know you don't work well together, but you're going to have to today. Sorry, go ahead. Get on that ship. Work together. No arguing. And then this is what happens. That's what happens when you put 2 people together that don't work well.
still
You crash your boat.
bickering. All right, you 2 are dismissed. Canterville. Oh God, this is the end of my career. This is going to cost $1 billion. Al Said puts his hand on Canterville's shoulder. Do not worry, my friend. We shall solve this. Come on,
I know
Captain.
the choice,
What's
you
the
kinda have
status?
to.
Well, the ship isn't floating. Yeah. No, what I mean is the situation is worse than you think. It's the way we're pitched up on the shore. The weight distribution is all wrong. We're like a raised bridge, but we don't have any of the support underneath. The middle of the ship could bend under its own weight and tear.
Yeesh.
So it could sink? Yeah.
Yeah.
That would shut down the whole canal for months.
Yeah.
Are we taking on water? No, I've had the engineers check the hull. We can't see water making ingress anywhere. Yet.
Finding nothing.
The best way to get free and the best way to prevent the ship from potentially sinking is to lighten the load. We need to get rid of at least, I don't know, like 20,000 tons. How quickly do you think your
Easy.
crew can offload containers? No. Look how high those boxes are stacked. To offload these containers is going to require specialist equipment. The kind you'd only find at a dedicated port. We're not going to be able to offload these containers out here in the middle of nowhere. All right, well, it's the easiest, most brute force solution you can think of. The ballast tanks. Go on. We've got nearly 10,000 tons of ballast water on board. We can dump that right now and relieve some pressure. Excellent idea. I'll get started. No, you can't do that. Well, why not?
Huh?
Allow me to explain.
Where did you come from?
When a ship fills its ballast tank,
What was he? I'm sorry. Were you in the basement? Bam, bandit. I didn't really know what to expect, but I did not expect him coming from the ground in whatever Snorlax outfit he has on
allow
or something.
me to explain. You see, when a ship fills its ballast tanks, it's filling with more than just water. It's a big, dilute, salty soup of algae, plant material, and even sometimes small fish.
Oh.
Pick that up in Malaysia, and then just dump that at the next port. you're introducing these stowaway pest species into the environment. Some examples of these invasive species include the Northern Pacific Sea Star, the European green crab, that son of a bitch, and cholera. So you have to treat the
What's cholera?
and cholera.
Attaches to other microorganisms commonly found in raw sewage. Ew. That's gross. Wait,
So
did
you
it
have
explain
to
the
treat-
other ones? Like what? Like,
The Northern Pacific.
Oh, it does. Okay. Their larvae get into the ballast water rather than the whole starfish, but then they grow and prey on native fish eggs.
Pacific Sea Star. The European
Preys on native shellfish, artificially introduced to the U.S. in the 1950s and caused all sorts of costly problems.
green crab,
Interesting.
that son of a bitch, and cholera. So you have to treat the water before you discharge
Hi,
it,
Damon on
usually
YouTube.
through heat or chemicals. And the key there is that it also requires time and access to one of these treatment machines. And we're not at a port. It's going to take much longer than usual. But let me get onto the line with the guys at Ismailia. We probably have a portable water treatment machine somewhere. Al Said turns and looks out the window. Coming down the canal are
tired.
2 tugboats, the ones that they ordered earlier. Look,
I
we
need
might
a
not even be that
hero.
deeply wedged in. These 2 tugboats might be all we need. Yes,
Come on, tugboats.
tugboats.
Look at
This is the
'em.
Mosaid 2 and the
Hi, Mosaid
Mosaid
2.
3.
I'm Osai 3.
These 2 little guys are able to pull around this massive cargo ship, comparable in size to the Ever Given.
That's huge.
On go the ties. Line secure.
There's so much notes. So much notes. So many notes. By coincidence, this also happens to be the ship that was directly in front of the Ever Given in the convoy at the time. Oh, there's so many containers on there. Costco's shipping galaxy breaks away from Felixstowe as showers pass through. Dino sees Harwich Haven videos on YouTube. Thanks.
Comparable in
Dino
size
see
to the
Harwich
Ever Given.
Haven's videos on YouTube.
On go the ties. Line secure. All fast. Engine ready. Ready to pull. Cantherville looks nervously at El Said. Commence pull. Slow ahead.
Say the red.
The
sun.
polyethylene ropes whine as they're pulled taut from the water. The tugboats lightly draw against the ship, testing for resistance. All right, a little more. More.
We need more tugboats. We need to pull it back. 'cause
More.
It's like
Full power.
shoved on
Nothing.
the sandbank.
Not an inch of difference. All right, stop engines. Be on standby. This isn't going to work. With just 2 tugboats, we do not have the pull for a ship this massive, this deeply grounded. It's also low tide. That's not helping. Wind's high tide. Early afternoon, in a couple of hours. All right, that buys us some time. How soon do you think you can get a dredger out here? Let me find out for you. Please hold. The dredgers can remove the sand below the waterline that's all built up around the ship.
Oh.
Hi again. They say it'll take a day, maybe 2. All right, tell them to hurry. A day or 2? I'd better update my boss. Let him know it's not gonna be a quick fix. I should call my wife as well. All right, don't go too far. I need
Hey,
you for
wife, I
something in a
messed up.
minute. Hey, what about excavators? Oh yeah, how many we got? Right now? No, for my birthday. Yeah, now.
Next week, sir.
1. One guy.
Better
There's
than
only
none.
1 excavator on standby for the whole canal. Well, it's just post-COVID. Everyone's been excavating from home.
And usually people go straight through the canal and not sideways, so kind of don't really need more than one.
Patch me through. There really was just 1 guy, by the way.
Hi, guy.
It's local contractor Abdullah. So he picks up the phone.
Poor guy.
Mushy mushy. There's been a big accident at the canal, Abdullah. There's sand and dirt everywhere. I need your help. Just send me the deets, Choom. Abdullah jumps in his truck and heads to the
That
scene.
guy better have gotten paid.
And when he
triple.
pulls up,
Oh,
Gott
dear.
in Himmel. He sees the massive Ever Given wedged into the canal. Abdullah locks himself into his excavator and gets to work on the most important task
Got this.
he's
Tell
ever
it to you, our
done
hero.
digged.
Keep digging. You got it! That's an actual picture too. I like the actual pictures. Look at this guy. This right here. Right here. That's our hero. I'm assuming he's in there right now. That's our hero. Poor guy. You have better have paid him overtime 3 times in that same day. That's right. Clap for him. Clap for our hero.
Back on the bridge.
Solo man.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully home soon. Okay. Yep, no, love you too. Okay, bye.
I need a
Whew,
hero.
the boss was not happy. Hey, before you said you needed me for something. I did. Who's this? Breathe into this tube. Also, you have to do a drug test. After the crash, they tested Canthaville for drugs and alcohol. Both came up negative. There's also a procedure to make sure that captains aren't fatigued.
Make him walk the line. You're gonna test for alcohol. You gotta do this field sobriety test. The ocean sobriety test. However you do that.
Look at the rest schedule, and they find, no, Canthaville took that nap. Remember? He's had plenty of rest time. So he passed the fatigue assessment.
Good job.
And while Canthaville was at the nurse's office, high tide came and went. Tugs were tried again.
Years of workless
And again. Tried a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It didn't work. All day trying, all evening, and into the early morning. But that stubborn ship was going nowhere.
That's gotta suck so bad. Act 2, still stuck. Day 2. Those are crazy. You know how they built those.
Of course. The moon.
The moon!
Day 2. There's quite a queue of ships by this point, and they're all honking their horns impatiently. Hey, move your ass. I got Frozens in the back. Go around! Go around! No one knows quite what's happening because the Suez Canal Authority has not made a formal statement. But their hand is about to be forced when an impatient sailor behind the Ever Given takes a photograph and publishes it online.
They published it online. Ship in front of us ran aground while going through the canal and is now stuck sideways. Looks like we might be here for a little bit. Miss Scuttlebutt. Amazing, actually. Amazing. I guess at this point, if people are like in the waiting in the Bay Area, they can just now go around from the usual path. Or no, they have to go all the way back out. And I don't know. I'm not a ship driver, so it doesn't affect me.
And this starts a bit of a buzz on social media. It was at this very moment that the helmsman's most feared fear was most realized.
No, we're embarrassed now.
Someone pulled up the navigational data.
Colonel?
Within 24 hours, it was all over the news.
Wait. Was that an actual...
Navigational data.
Colonel?
Wait, that's real? That's real? Please tell me that's real. Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought, because it's internet historian, so I just thought that was a joke. I didn't know it was actually real that he actually drew a dick and balls. Oh, how embarrassing. Cargo ship Ever Given follows shade pattern before getting wedged in Suez Canal. Oh, it has...
Within 24 hours, it was all over the news. So over at the Suez offices, Mr. Rebbe, you have 300 voicemails. Telemarketers? Important clients and journalists. They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, aren't they? They're asking about whether the canal is blocked,
It's pretty
yes.
impressive.
And the Suez Canal Authority could keep it a secret no longer. They held a press conference.
It's a lot of my...
Okay. This is crazy. Let's say, hypothetically, they didn't give many details, But it was a very inspirational press conference. The news begins reporting on the story.
It's blocked.
You had way too much fun with this one. Yeah.
Press conference. The news begins reporting on the story.
It's blocked.
Cargo ship blocking the Suez Canal is
a huge container ship.
There's just the most incredible drama playing out in the Suez Canal.
A massive container ship longer than the Eiffel Tower.
It's one of the world's most important shipping lanes.
And breaking news from the Nana Star News Channel.
Be cool, lady. Be nice.
Mega ship's big ass is stuck in the Suez Canal.
Right. Point is, this story exploded everywhere.
It's just so, with everything, it just seems like a huge meme, but it actually happened. Oh.
A lot of sympathy to go around.
I appeal to have blocked global trade.
And the internet, upon seeing it, went, these guys need some help. We would love to volunteer.
That's not a picture of a naked woman. I need to help them.
They knew best about what to do to get this ship unstuck. All right, it's time for the I reckon you could pretty much just do this and it'd work section. By far the most popular solution was simply blow it up. No ship, no problem.
Just pick it up and move it somewhere else.
But why wouldn't this work? Well, first you're blowing up $1 billion worth of cargo. And this thing is about 3 times the size of Mount Rushmore. So there's quite a lot of debris to sweep up, actually. And you still haven't solved the problem of moving the thing out of the fucking canal. Next idea. What if we attach 1,000 helicopters and simply fly the thing out? You could even take it all the way to its destination in the Netherlands.
Why didn't we just do that from the start?
Well, the problem is this thing weighs about 300,000 tons. So even if you had a really powerful helicopter, you're going to need like 25,000 of them. And you can't put them all together in one area or they'll all crash. It ain't gonna work.
En route to help. Hey, maybe pull up a bit.
Next. Alright, more seriously, why don't we take a whole bunch of old jet engines, weld them to the sides of the ship, turn them all on at once, and whee, the day is saved.
Hurricane.
However, there is a risk of an explosion.
But how big is the risk?
A hole in the ship, and then this
would kind of work. You need a lot of jet engines and to weld them all the parts of the ship that were structurally stable to withstand the force. But by the time you did all that, you could have 50 boats ready to go, effectively doing the same job, but with more control.
And then you're really never moving it.
And you rip.
Liquid nitrogen. A lot of liquid nitrogen right under the boat. The water freezes, expands, the ship lifts up, bobs you up below. Except now, the ship is just stuck in ice. And then it melts, and then you're back to the exact same position. Also, you need like $1 billion worth of nitrogen. There's no way to get that much material, let alone handle the scale of that material.
Hold on, we have to deliver that through a boat. Too bad we can't get to you with the delivery.
Also, everyone's going to freeze to death on board, and the ballast will expand in the tanks, and that'll destroy the ship. It's not going to work. All right.
Put on your 3D
Last
glasses
idea.
right now.
Best idea. What if we just actively made things worse? Such as this petition to add a second boat to the canal.
And push it, shove it.
Jokes aside, one humble comment did stand out from the crowd.
Get a few people on this side, a few people on that side, push it.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I said, get out and push the boat off the sand. Just do it. It's going to work perfectly. See? And she added to it, get people behind it to push it the other direction. I mean, it's brilliant. I know. Why didn't they do that? It's a genius idea.
Go.
Well, maybe. Because that's exactly what the recovery team intended to do.
What?
Ahoy. Good to see you back from the nurse. I told them I didn't do any drugs, but they wouldn't take my word for it. I would have believed you. Hey, just give me the walkie-talkie. All right, full ahead with the excavators. 3 more excavators join Abdullah.
Friends!
And they are all busily digging out the front and rear of the ship. It's still going too slow. What else we got? More rescue stuff. So here comes Rabbi pulling up to the scene. Good news, fellas. And he's standing atop a very powerful bit of kit. A big, beautiful dredger. To be specific, a cutter suction dredge. Essentially, you've got a big rotating cutting tool that loosens up all the soil, while a big suction pipe sends it yonder. All right, do the dredgy. Full speed. What else we got? We got more tugboats incoming. More and more tugboats join the fray. A total of 8, arranged around the ship like this. Notably, the Baraka 1 and the Izzat Adel. These are 2 of the most powerful tugboats in the Middle East, and that includes the non-deserty parts. Full ahead with those. They keep trying. A cacophony of engines playing the highest stakes game of tug-of-war ever attempted. Tens of millions of dollars being lost every hour until it was won. And their opponent? Unbothered, moisturized, taking up the whole lane. Unbudgeable. All right, we're calling it for now. Oh, El Sayed, we've thrown everything we can at this ship, and it won't concede an inch. It's hopeless.
I can't imagine. Sorry, for being in this position, like, just, you know, you're just only stopping global trading, but it's fine. It's only been 2 days. It's just global trading. It's okay.
Hopeless.
Don't be too bothered by it.
The cynicism of youth. I've worked for many years on the Suez. There's magic in the water, Canterville.
I think so.
Magic. We will succeed. Your words are empty, El Said. Optimism has blinded you, El Said. We cannot defeat the canal. It is simply too powerful. If I were the guys at Case and Kaisha, I'd just forget about the Ever Given and buy a new ship. Well, we can't afford a new ship. The owners of the Ever Given, Shoei Kaisen Kaisha Limited, are getting very worried. I need that ship back, and I can't just leave it to the Suez Canal Authority to do it. There's only one team daring and foolhardy enough to take on a job like this.
Dun, dun, dun.
Kaisen calls up an elite salvaging company from the Netherlands. Smit Salvage. We need your help. I got your number from you know who. Smit is the industry's best. They have response centers all over the globe, 24/7, ready to respond to marine emergencies. And funnily enough, they're the same team that helped with the rescue of the Costa Concordia back in 2012.
Oh, look
Suit
at that!
up, boys. They put the ocean in Ocean's 11, the tide in Tide Pod. And sometimes they pee in the water. Why not? The fish do it. We're en route to the canal. ETA in the next 24 hours.
Why is it so intense? Calling the 18. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Next time on Boat in Canal. The prophecy. It's coming true.
The moon!
Kiss me, you fool. I'm beginning to think you don't want to get the boat free. Well, is it the Yanny wire or the Laurel wire?
Laurel.
I couldn't hear you. You're breaking up. There's only
I remember that. I heard Laurel, but sometimes if I heard it again, I hear that.
one way this was ever gonna go.
Oh, yeah. To be continued right now. Heck yeah.
It's now day 3. There's more digging, more tugging, but the ship is still exactly where they left it. And the slow pace of progress is starting to cause problems for international trade. Each delayed ship represents thousands of tons of undelivered stock for store shelves. And that queue is getting longer and longer. On board, an estimated $9.6 billion worth of goods is sitting idle. The milk! It will spoil! And the big question is,
your boat, I
how
got
long
milk.
until this thing is fixed? To answer this burning question, the Suez Canal Authority holds another press conference and declares, guys, another day, maybe 2, might even be this afternoon. But the media and industry experts disagree.
The truth of the matter is that they're not making much ground. I mean, is this proving to be more difficult than originally expected?
Could be closed for weeks.
They're actually shoving it with the boat.
Could be stuck for weeks.
Weeks. That's how long it could take to free the container ship currently blocking the Suez Canal.
So that means all of these ship operators here, waiting in the queue, have a very difficult choice to make. So basically, I've just got two options. One, I can wait around hoping the ship gets unstuck, which nobody knows how long that's going to be. Or option two, we go all the way around Africa. And I really don't want to do that, and it's not just a geographic thing. Freighters don't want to go around Africa because it will cost them far more in terms of fuel.
Makes sense.
It adds 10 extra days to the route.
Ooh,
and most importantly, pirates.
Pirates, assassins, and gay pirates.
Pirates?
Now, there be two main pirate hangouts. The Somali pirates, everyone knows about them. But the more prolific group is actually in the Gulf of Guinea. Named so because it holds the Guinness World Record for most pirates. In fact, in 2020, 96% of all maritime kidnappings happened in the Gulf of Guinea. That doesn't sound very good to me, Mr. Kaisha.
Yeah, I was just
And I just want you to know that you've made an enemy. Oh, and when Is your boat running?
That wasn't even right.
Because you better fucking move it. You can't park there. All right, hear me out. I'm thinking a bunch of helicopters, right? And we...
You know what they haven't suggested yet? They should have. What if we replay the Up movie and we get a bunch of balloons or even hot air balloons and we attach it to the ship and we all blow them up and we just float over to the other side? Or just attach the balloons to the front part of the ship so the ship will lift up from the sand and then you can use the tugboats to push the boat and face it the right direction. I'm a genius. They should have done that. They should have done that. Helium, hot air balloons. They just need fire. I don't even know what else you use. Actually, how to... It's just the fire thing. I don't know what else you need for those. But you just attach some hot air balloons to it.
There are a lot of people now who are angry with the owners of the
I know,
Evergiven.
I'm genius.
There's only one thing I can do.
I'm a genius.
Bing, 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 bong. Breaking news. Pause for a second. Shoei Kaisen Kaisha is big sorry. The owners of the Evergiven feel such enormous pressure that they go live on television to make a public apology. We are determined to keep on working hard to resolve the situation as soon as possible. Please do not be mad. In a few years, we'll all have a big laugh about it. Yours sincerely, Mr. Kaisha. Oh God, that's the boss of my boss's boss.
Easy.
I'm in so much trouble.
Even earthbenders.
Can't do anything about it. All we can do is keep trying to free the ship. So they keep going.
I mean, you have no
And
choice, I
going.
guess.
Into the night.
Like the way you think exactly.
And on that night, Canterville and El Said had a heart-to-heart. The mood was very somber. Still feeling optimistic, El Said? Of course. Well, it's day 3. How much progress have you seen so far? They're gonna blow us up, aren't they?
Kaboom.
It's possible. They're gonna freeze us, aren't they? That
Freeze them.
seems less likely. They might just attach a whole bunch of jet engines and we're gonna get fucked up. That one got debunked. Sorry, I don't mean to take it out on you. It's just, all these guys, they rely on me. The navigator, the helmsman, Gene, and the other ones we never animated. But I'm thinking maybe I should just get on a lifeboat right now and never look back. I could go live on an island somewhere, far, far away from here. Run away? Look
You
at
just
this.
run away from your problems.
Timu neck massager for Sally. I bet she's checking her mailbox every morning. Bulk, $6.
Where are my gloves at? I ordered gloves 1 week ago. They're supposed to be here in 3 days. Where are my gloves? I could just go to Walmart and get some, but I need those.
Fingerless
Neck
gloves
massager, yeah.
for Mr.
Totally
Po
just
Box.
for the neck.
You want to disappoint him? No.
You don't disappoint
Little
Sally.
Jimmy won't be getting his 20-pack of kitchen tongs this
No,
Christmas.
not little
And you
Jimmy.
think that doesn't kill me inside? But we've exhausted every option. There's nothing on Earth that could free this ship. Well, that's where you're right.
What if you get... What if you get those neck massagers? And then you get the neck massagers and then you put it where the sand is by the boat. And then you start shaking the sand to loosen it around the boat. And that way it'll be shoved easier out of the sand. The neck massager one. They're really doing. And it's a genius. Or you're going to be like one of those new Mercedes and just have the bounce effect. They need to add the bounce hydraulic effect to the boats and done. You can get out of the sand. It's done. Wing, wing, wing. Even though people use it just for fun.
Look up there, Lil Canthy. El Said points up into the night sky. Los Lunos.
Moon. Oh!
Yes, the moon. The son of the night. To the ancient Egyptians, it was a sign of hope. And in a few more nights' time, a prophecy will be fulfilled. The supermoon. I have to show you a kind of boring diagram. I'm so sorry.
Show me!
You see, the moon doesn't just orbit the Earth in a perfectly equidistant circle. It is, in fact, an ellipse. That means there is a point when the moon is the furthest from the Earth, and we call that the apogee. And there's also a point where it's closest to the Earth. That's the perigee. You know when you look into the night sky and the moon seems bigger or smaller than usual?
It looks pink.
Different distances, isn't it? Point is, the moon gravities all over the water. And the closer it is, the more it's going to pull. Now, there's another effect as well. If you believe the mainstream media, the Earth is going around the sun like this. And once in a while, it will also align with the sun being on the exact opposite side. Bam! At this point, when everything lines up like so, both the sun and the moon are at max strength pulling on the sea. And they call that the supermoon. And the tidal effects of both combine for an even greater pull. High tide can be even higher than usual, sometimes by up to 1.5 feet. Now, these sorts of moons only happen 3 or 4 times a year. But in 4 days, Big K, we're going to get one.
The supermoon.
Previously on Boat in Canal. Don't let go! Ha ha ha, my plans have all fallen into place. I thought I knew what being a captain meant. What do you mean, cut the black and blue wire? There's only white and gold. We've got one chance left. The moon. This is just like that Costa Concordia video he did, but way less funny. Over at the Ever Given, things are status quo. But online, there's a bit of a new development. A screenshot of a news article appears. Cargo ship crashes into Suez Canal. Captain involved in incident. But there's a twist. Uh-oh. Is that a woman? A woman?
It's a woman.
Egypt's first female sea captain, Marwa El-Sahar, was being named in this headline as responsible for crashing the Ever Given. And the screenshot of this news headline spread all across social media. For Marwa to have screwed up this badly is impressive. Especially considering she's never worked on the Ever Given and is currently hundreds of miles away in Alexandria. But someone online went, first female captain? Grody? Suez blockage?
It was her.
She must have did it. Marwa found out about the accusations through a friend and quickly hopped online. I gotta clear my name. Guys, it isn't me. But the online bad guys must have hacked her account, because everything she wrote just came out in squiggles.
Rush translation. The news that I commanded the ship that blocked the Suez Canal is not true. I was subjected to a systematic smear campaign. I am currently working on a ship called Ada. Who started this? To become, like, newsworthy. Like, hey, this random lady, yeah, she's the captain. Even though this whole time we haven't... Like, how do you not know the captain after, like, what, 4 days?
So Marwa tried to hack back.
That's a whammon.
This code, it's nothing I've ever seen before. They're countering my...
Did you know the only way you can hack a computer is if you're in a dark room with a desk right in the middle with a computer, and you have to be wearing a hoodie with the hood up. That's the only way you can actively hack a computer. If you just out here in the daylight, just at a computer, you can't do it. It doesn't work the same. The hacking scene is the one true event that happened in the whole story. What?
Hack! I'm gonna reroute the hosting. Not if I can help it. They ran through the firewall. Use IP4. It's better. Now, while we can all agree that a lady captain is very gross and icky, and while we all agree that she should be doing a lady job, like adding rosemary oil to the ballast water, or knitting hand warmers for the steering wheel. It was not fair that she was being falsely accused. And the situation was escalating as the online bad guys started making fake accounts pretending to be her.
Oh my gosh.
What was Marwa?
These people really don't like this lady. And this lady was probably minding her own business, right? Just minding her own business on this boat. Everything going smoothly. Everything going perfectly. And people are like, she's all of a sudden getting all this hate. And she's like, what are you talking about? Hello? I'm not even there.
Etc. to do against such a coordinated
She just takes like some
campaign.
selfies in front of your
Well,
ship
luckily,
or something.
a surprise hero to the story. The mainstream media showed up and did a thing.
Don't worry.
Bringing her onto the telly and clearing everything up. Marwa even found some positive in the situation.
I was really upset at the beginning, but later on I found like the support from all people around me, and that made me feel like more grateful for what happened.
A lot of the social media posts got taken down. And in the end, it all turned out okay.
God. Well, she didn't get any
At
more
least, for her.
hate. Must be making the
Back
sandwiches.
to the Evergiven.
Yeah, where's my sandwich, woman? Steer the boat. You mean... I don't even know. What happened to my audio?
More grateful
Okay,
for
it's just
what happened.
I didn't even finish
A
the
lot
joke
of the
because I forgot
social
where I was
media
going with
posts
it.
got taken down.
Can't boo that.
And in the end, it all turned
Can't
out
boo a
okay.
joke I can't finish.
At least, for her. Back to the Evergiven.
Oh, it's like the 2 seconds I was at.
The Evergiven has been grounded for 4 long Egyptian days.
Oh, 96 hours.
So tug, tug, tug. Dig, dig, dig. Pull, pull, pull. Fuel is getting low. Everyone is overdue for a break. All right, guys. Grab a
We
Red
could have just dug a second canal at this point.
Bull and a little snacky. We'll pick up again soon. But as the engines wind down, the crew can hear something approaching. Who the hell is that?
I am the storm that is approaching.
It's Smith Salvage.
All right.
The Smith
Smith
team
has
boldly
arrived.
actions onto the scene, looking at the ship very inspectively.
Stuck.
They
Correct.
report their findings
Very
to the rescue team. All right, I ain't no boat expert, but if you want a chance of moving this ship, you're going to need to make it a lot lighter.
3
By
canals,
tens of
yeah.
thousands of tons at least. Is it going to bend and tear? And sink? No, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. But it also doesn't look like it's going anywhere with all of this weight on the back. Okay, we trust you. What's your plan to make the ship lighter?
Balloon.
I know a guy. He's got a crane. I'll get it down here. We'll offload all the containers. It'll be brilliant. You're gonna love it. The container thing again? Yeah, how long is that gonna take? Well, to get them down here and to get all the equipment assembled, we're going to need at least a few weeks. Weeks?
Oh.
Yeah, and to get all the containers off the ship, that might take several months.
Months? No, Mr. President, he didn't say months. He said, monks. Those Shaolin guys, they're very strong. Everything's going according to plan.
A furious rabbi marches in.
Do you have any idea how much these last few days have cost Egypt already? We've had to sell parts of the Sphinx. Look, the nose is gone.
nose.
It's looking all messed up. We turned the whole country into an e-commerce site. It used to just be called Gypt. Now it's online. Egypt. Remember Tutankhamun? Now it's Tutankhamun. Get it? It's pun. Get it?
Let's move on, says the Smith guy standing in for the audience. Look, this is by far the best option. Yeah, it's slow and laborious, but it's a guaranteed fix. Or you can carry on doing what you're doing now. You're on what, day 4? How's progress so far?
Al Said wouldn't hear it. We will continue with the dredging and the tugging. The supermoon will be here soon, and that will save us.
Save us all.
You are foolish, Al Said. The legend of the supermoon is just a legend.
All right, we're on the same team here. If you insist on keeping the cargo aboard and just tugging, we've got resources to help. Smith calls in 2 additional tugboats. And not just big ones. Pretty much the biggest ones you can get. So Smith and the recovery team have figured out a sort of Plan A and Plan B. Plan A is to pull the Ever Given free by the supermoon, which is only 2 days away.
Cool.
Now, if that doesn't work, they'll have to go to Plan B, which is to offload by crane most of these containers, and that will take months.
Dun, dun, dun. Everyone is mad. Day 5.
Watching on impatiently, tapping their feet and looking at their watches very aggressively, is now a queue of 400 vessels waiting to use the canal. Fresh fruit, thousands of tons, losing its freshness. Medicine, losing its potency.
After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. You take the red.
Not to mention livestock.
More than a dozen ships have live animals on board.
Mostly sheep and cattle, lightly sizzling under an Egyptian sun. The Egyptian government has had to dispatch vets to board these ships to tend to the animals' welfare. A few days ago, when I was a younger man, freight from Asia only cost $8,000 a container. Now it's $12,000. And the impact is being felt by a lot of larger companies. Renault, for example, ran out of some critical components and had to halt assembly at a couple of its plants.
You can get a car half
Adidas,
off because
Nike,
it's half a car.
IKEA, all saw shortages.
Some of our clients are out of their top-selling SKUs already.
And as tankers queue, oil prices are rising.
Let my people go! Through the little waterway, please. And meanwhile, all across...
Imagine all the poop they had to clean up from the livestock. Yeah, it's probably they keep clearing out the sand, but when they start dumping the poop out, it just gets... It builds back up.
It's the day the tugs are trying again and again. Move a little more sand. Wait for the next high tide. Try again. And as this marches on with the same futility as day 1, banking on the supermoon looks like a costlier and costlier gamble. All right, enough of this. Said about 100 ships, opting instead to go the long route around Africa, accepting the longer traffic time and piratey risk.
Yeah, but if they all go together, they'll choose only one maybe to take over. Who's gonna be the lucky ship? Dun 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 dun. Supermoon cometh. Day 6. It's only almost been a week.
The supermoon. It's tonight. There's a renewed energy as people scuttle around the area, doing everything they can to prep the ship for the big event. The excavator crew, over the course of the week, has expanded to a team of 11, working double, sometimes triple shifts with only 3 hours a day for sleep. Together with the two dredgers, they have moved 30,000 cubic meters of sand and soil. For comparison, this is 1 cubic meter. And this is 30,000 cubic meters.
They moved that much.
And here is what it looks like next to the Ever Given. That's a lot of sand. Subway sandwich for scale.
Oh, wow.
And it's borne some results. Overnight, they managed to free the rudder from the left bank. And that's a big deal, because this rudder was acting as a bit of an anchor in the sand. Now free, the stern bobs around with the motion of the water. Great stuff. Meanwhile, the crew is doing everything it can to lighten the weight.
What'd I say? There's the balloons!
Of the ship. That includes making a second plea for the ballast water to be ejected. Oh, please, the Smith guy's already tinkled in there. We just can't do it. It would destroy the ecosystem of Egypt. Please, 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 please. All right. Biodiversity. Let 1,000 algae bloom. Nice work. That'll make the ship 9,000 tons lighter, Kenthy. The water's so bright, I can barely see it coming out of the ship. Here, take these. No. I don't deserve them. Sunglasses are for people who redeem themselves. That's not me.
Hear that, guys? You have to redeem yourselves to wear sunglasses. It's legal! If you don't redeem yourself in something, you cannot wear sunglasses. You'll be taken to jail for 5 weeks.
Hold on to them.
20 hours
just in
community
case.
Service.
Into the evening, the pace keeps up. We see Abdullah excavating away.
You got it!
But really, he's thinking about the moon. Rabbi, he's busy taking video calls. But he finds himself distracted with thoughts of the moon. Even Mr. Kaisha. Is there anything in this world that doesn't remind me of her?
More breaking news from the Suez Canal problem. Ever Giver is stuck in the Suez Canal still. It's been almost a week. A tugboat should be able to move Ever Giver's big ass. This is Nana Star, Nana Star's news channel.
Does she have like a lot of different variety of glasses? Because that's actually kind of funny. Supermoon heareth, day 7.
The full moon shone brightly that night, kissing the nape of the canal's neck with its gravity lips. Full tongue. The canal liked it.
Canal
And
roars.
spoiling the romance of the moment is a big fleet of tugboats, watching on voyeuristically. They are 17 in total, with just a bit over 1,600 tons of bollard pull. And here's how they're arranged around the Ever Given. Of the 4 most powerful tugs, 2 go at the front and 2 go at the back. They'll be pulling. Another 6 tugs are put on the flanks. 2 over here, 4 over here. They'll be pushing. The remaining tugs are fueled and ready on the sidelines, waiting for their chance to sub in. Positioned like this, when the word is given, all these ships are going to try and turn the Ever Given anti-clockwise. Looks great, guys! Do you think that this is gonna... I believe in the supermoon. This had better work. The guy with the ruler down by the shoreline yells out, "The tide has hit its peak!" El Sayed commands over the radio.
Dude with the
Start
ruler
main
speaks.
engines. Tension on.
Go.
Full ahead. The tugs start moving. They carve through the water with ease. The immense power from the tugs meet the resistance of the Ever Given. It was at this point that the narrator said something really poetic. Stuff about the night. About how the ships were like dancers on the water. For juxtaposition, we cut away to that crab again. Which everybody hated. It's like a metaphor if you think
crab!
The tugs are sliding to the left. They're sliding to the right. It's not working! Diesel fumes fill the air as the tugs keep increasing their power. The water violently foams behind the tugs.
I believe in the
Everyone
moon.
is staring at the back of that ship.
Come
Come
on, moon.
Move! This goes on for minutes. More minutes. Even more.
Oh my gosh, 3 minutes!
An hour. 2. 4 hours. By 4:30 a.m., the moon's power is starting to wane, and there is very little progress. Don't give up. The tide only goes down so that we can rise once again. Your moon gambit has cost Egypt dearly, El Said. Guards, prepare the sarcophagus with the beetles, like in the... What the hell is that?
Uh-oh.
Under the water, all of this tugging has loosened the sand, the soil, the rock.
Oh. Oh!
Could it be? The sound of metal tensing and flexing. The ship is beginning to move. It is coming free from the bank. The supermoon gives one last howl.
Oh!
It worked. They pulled the ship from the bank.
Yay!
At the back, at least. Now, the bow is still wedged in there pretty good. But this is progress. We're halfway to freedom. Keep going. So
Praise
they
the
did.
moon.
All morning.
Fight!
7:30 a.m. The sun is rising. The tugs have been pulling all night. But the most difficult task, freeing the bow of the ship, remains beyond them.
Can you back it up now?
Well, I guess even the moon has its limits. I don't want to hear it, El Said. It wasn't enough. That bow is still stuck.
But you got the back out. You can't stop now. Because what else are you going to do? You can't stop.
No, Mr. President. They're not saying that the bow is still stuck. They're saying, take a bow. And then something else that rhymes with stuck. I gotta go. They were loading up the missiles for Plan B, as the guys on social media suggested. I lied about the crane thing. This was always the plan, says the Smith guys. You know what, Canterville? I agree. They should just blow us up.
Explosion.
What? My career is over now, too. You're the guy who blocked the canal, and I'm the guy who couldn't get it cleared. We've brought instability to the Middle East.
Captain will go down the ship.
But enough, Canterville. I raised your hopes with moon-based promises. But look at the tide. It's low. Low tide. And yet, I am lower still. Canterville looks pensively out the window. And it was at that moment that he had his character arc. He realized that he was the captain. And the captain is always in charge.
When a vessel is transiting the canal, the master or his qualified representative should be present at all times on the bridge where they are responsible for the control and management of the vessel. The master or his qualified representative has
charge. Shut up, El Said. We shall continue, regardless of the tide. Is that not the Egyptian way?
Can't give up.
Don't you remember the story, El Said? That every young Egyptian kid is told about the human pyramid? No. Where there's one guy at the bottom who gives up and we all fall down?
I don't see how they even do that. That's insane.
It ain't a triangle if you don't try. We need to be strong. Together. Like a pyramid. It's what Giza would have wanted.
Chat, become a pyramid.
You're right, damn it. Thank you, Canterville. That's the most inspirational speech I've ever heard in my life. I'll never lose my faith again. And even though you're kind of the worst captain I've ever seen, you're still the best friend.
Oh. Fish. Why is the crab still there in evil? The evil crab. He caused
So
it.
they pressed on all
He
morning,
summoned the geese.
enthusiastically and vigorously tugging away, beating off the fatigue, but to no progress. Okay, everyone, take a break. Copy. We'll have lunch and pick up again in a couple of hours. Then suddenly, one of the Smith guys comes busting into the room.
I've got an idea. Everybody turns and looks at the Smith guy. All right, well, sorry about the boring diagram, but take a look at this. Remember how we emptied the ballast tanks before? Yeah, of course. Well, now that the ship is half floating, what if we refilled the ones at the back on this part of the diagram, where the ship is almost floating? That way, it will sink lower here and allow the bow to sit up even higher on the bank. Canterville gives El Said a knowing nod. I got this. I know a guy who owes me a favor.
Yeah, get that garden hose out.
Please. A few hours later, the ballast tanks were filled. And it worked.
The ouchie back in.
The bow lifted ever so slightly. It's working, it's working.
Good job, ruler guy.
And it gets better. It's now 2 p.m., and that means high tide. Guys, I've got another technical issue. All right, what is it? It's easier if I show you with a drone.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Let me try again. All right, you can see the ship is lodged at the front. The guys are pulling, but it ain't budging. However, a lot of force is building up here. And what if it were to break free? The sudden release could propel the ship straight across the water with a hell of a lot of momentum. It could span the entire canal and land on the opposite bank, only to run aground again. Worse still, it could pin these small tugs in its wake.
No! No!
Dangerous.
No! You ruined the sandwich! No! Looks like it could have been. Was it an Italian? Is that an Italian? I'm really sad. Wait, why is it dry? There's no like vinaigrette or anything on there. Is that mayonnaise? I don't know. I could have eaten that sub. I really want a sub sandwich now.
Dangerous. To solve this problem, they did a bit of a safety briefing, and they got some rope.
Rope!
4 ropes, actually. Tying the bow of the ship to somewhere on the land. The lines look great, guys. With the contingency in place, the tugs start up again. And about an hour later, at 3:05 p.m., movement.
Oh.
The bow began to shift. Okay, that's definitely moving. This is it. It's working.
Probably.
The ship made a big noise as it accelerated from the bank. And at first, excitement and relief. The bow was coming free. But remember that concern about the overswing? Well, it's happening. Okay, the only source we found for this part of the story was Bloomberg, but they said that it happened and we wanted to build it. So this recreation is how we imagine it went. The 4 support ropes take strain. Then, snap. One of them breaks.
Uh-oh.
Do you think it's going to hold? I think it's going to hold. Move those tugs out of the way. Snap. Another rope breaks.
Uh-oh.
Captain El Said. It's going to hold. Get your tug out of the way, but it's going to hold. Snap. A 3rd rope breaks.
Ow.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
Go, 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 go!
A single strand is the only thing holding this ship from swinging all the way to the other bank and being stuck forever.
Well, at least it was
Without
on the
even
side.
realizing, Canterville grabs El Said's hand and squeezes it tight. It's gonna hold. You're a madman, Canterville. Mad passionate about this canal, and I ain't afraid of
Yeah, put the shades on.
He said very cold-backeredly. The engines shut off. All that could be heard is the squeak of tightening rope and the scream of torsioning metal. Sacre bleu, said Abdullah, but it is slowing down. It comes to a halt. The final rope.
It held on.
They really did it. And the Ever Given rested easy in the middle of the canal.
Yay!
El Said turns to Canterville. Power up the engines. Let's get your ship moving again.
Please do not hit
says
another
Canterville.
bank.
All of the
Go
tugboats
straight.
start honking their horns in celebration.
Yay!
Cheers can be heard from the main dredger, the Mashour. In fact, they filmed this celebratory video. heard them right, Mr. President. We did it. We did it. It's free. I told you. All in a day's work.
On a week's work.
The
So
president takes his finger off the nuke button.
No!
Pack it up, boys.
Clappy, clappy, clappy!
I can't believe it.
At least it didn't flip
All that
sideways
digging
and drop all the
really
cargo.
must have made a difference. I just... Oh.
You did
Good.
make a difference.
Everybody hated that crab. We did it, Gene. We did it. Gene? Where are you?
Jane?
Captain, who are you talking to? Gene! Captain, there's no Gene on board.
Huh?
Wait a minute.
But Gene Fiver was here. But the Ever Given was
No,
the ship calling
it's
to me.
impossible.
The ship, it spotted a spirit. It spoke to me the whole time. It wasn't actually a person. It was the ship itself.
Gene, wait! Thank you. I'll always remember you. Can't And so the canal was clear once again, and... Chop chop! You still got work to do.
You let
By
that
8
man
p.m.,
rest.
the workday
with that
had not
bulldozer
finished
thing.
for the Suez Canal Authority.
Whatever it's called.
There's still a backlog of 400 ships waiting to go through the canal.
Be fine.
So Rabbi stands in front of microphones and says, "The canal will be operating around the clock until the queue is cleared." And within a few days, it returned to normal. It was a big accomplishment. Many industry experts thought it would take several months to free the Ever Given. But the crisis was resolved within a mere week. Prepare the sarcophagus for the
Yeah,
doubters.
doubters.
Even
Get
Egypt's
scared of
president came out and said, "Good job, everybody. You know what? Pizza lunch."
Pizza party!
And the Suez Canal Authority held a ceremony in honor of the workers who helped to free the ship. And they also made this monument, which you can see on Google Maps.
Wait, they made a monument? Hey, we got the ship stuck for a week and we destroyed the global economy. Let's make a monument. This is where that one ship crashed. Don't do it again. Please do not repeat history. Wait, hold on. Wait, what are the reviews
Also
say?
made this monument, which you can see on Google.
I don't get it. Why did they make a monument for this event? No lives was lost. Not very useful in the middle of the canal, but it makes the 11-hour journey in the desert a bit more enjoyable.
Google Maps.
Act 3. Free! Asterisk. Conditions apply.
But the story doesn't end here.
Huh?
A quick note on the helmsman's penis. Now you, me, and everyone in the press saw that VDR data.
Fragwürdigen Penismanöver genutzt.
But despite how realistic,
I'm sorry, it's like a different language, and then for some reason, penis was not in that language.
Fragwürdigen Penismanöver genutzt.
but despite how
maneuver.
realistic and to scale it was not deliberate.
It was
yes,
not?
sheer coincidence. If you watch the VDR data,
Oh,
he
sure,
really
sure,
is just
uh-huh.
dodging the ships, and that's the shape that the path took. So he didn't get in any trouble. The end.
Disappointed.
All right, I suppose one more smaller detail. Now that the Ever Given is free, what's going to happen to it? And what's going to happen to the crew? Well, the Ever Given was tugged over to Great Bitter Lake, where they determined that the ship was seaworthy and not in any urgent need of repair.
Well,
But it's
fun.
also going to be impounded.
Oh.
Oh no. Hey, there's,
Impounded?
like, police boats outside. Why? What did you
Catch us
do?
if you can.
This ship and its crew is now subject to the indefinite detention by the authority of the Egyptian government. Until you pay us, the Ever Given may not leave, says the Suez Canal Authority.
But what if we do it anyway?
Yes,
you can't
we
stop
will
in
be
a massive
holding
boat.
on to the Ever Given. It's our view that there was no wrongdoing on the part of the Suez Canal Authority or its two pilots, and it was all the crew of the Ever Given. So their ship will be held until the parent company agrees to rightfully pay us for all of the costs incurred.
Ooh.
Ruh-roh. Now here's where things get very complicated, and there is a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo. But the crux
pilots were
is
supposed to help, and
this.
arguable.
The Suez Canal Authority says, "Dear Ever Given owners, you owe us $900 million. And Shoei Kisen Kaisha says, "No way. How many yen is that? No way." So by April 13th, some of the crew was allowed to leave, but a lot of them have to stay. And there's a certain nervousness in the air. Large legal battles can go on for a while, and there was already a bad example of this just a few dozen kilometers away. The MV Aman. Do not ask about that ship, helmsman. The MV Aman is a much smaller vessel, and it has been abandoned for years, detained by the Egyptian government in 2017 for expired safety equipment. Now, they were told to replace the equipment and pay a fine. However, there was no one to replace the safety equipment or to pay the fine because the shipping company went broke. $900 dues. So they just abandoned the vessel. There was no way for the legal situation to advance. And that meant that there was no way for the ship to be released. Most of the crew had to stay on the ship, and they would keep them there for more than a little while. 13 months before a judge finally decided, all right, look, just leave the keys with one guy. We'll call him the custodian, and everybody else can go home. Now, that custodian was a Syrian man named Muhammad Aisha.
The poor guy by himself?
Look, he's holding the keys. He's holding the keys. You have to stay on the ship now. Everybody else got to leave, but he had to stay. On top of the 13 months he'd already been there, he spent the next 3 years aboard the ship.
What?
Quickly, the ship ran out of fuel, which meant it ran out of power, which meant it ran out of running water. No refrigeration either. Food ran out. Every few days, Mr. Aisha would be allowed to swim onto the shore to get food, water, charge his phone, but he was only permitted for about 2 hours until they would tell him to scoot.
The man had to swim to shore.
Would this be the same fate for the Ever Given crew? They did not know. But we do, so let me tell you. A few more weeks passed, and the negotiations continued. You guys had those 2 bickering pilots. Yeah, but the captain's always in charge. Sorry, who didn't arrange for tugboats while we were going through the canal? Oh, that was you guys. I'm going to put 20,000 containers on one of the largest ships in the world and go double the speed limit, then complain about tugboats. But eventually, they all got together in a big room, and they went, "I'm sorry about all those things I said and those emails I sent. I didn't mean it. I was tough on you as well." They embraced. They made amends. They made love.
Oh, they did not make love.
And they agreed, all right, you can keep using the canal, but sometimes we get to go fishing on the boat. That's fair. That's tough, but that's fair.
Best friends
they shook on it. It was an Egyptian handshake.
Yeah.
They do the thing with the elbow.
The elbow.
There was a mummy.
Why is there a mummy? Where's the guy? Bring him back up on the floor again. This happened for real.
The story sucks.
Is this real? This happened for real? It says it at the bottom.
The story sucks.
By September, the crew was allowed to return home. They only got MV Aman a little bit. And that guy on the MV Aman, he got to go home too.
Yay!
Why not? Get out of here, you scamp.
I've only been
The
here
Ever
forever.
Given made its delivery to Rotterdam.
Oh my gosh,
They did
I'm
it.
in
All the
prison
cargo
instead of
is
doing
here.
that.
Although, it wouldn't hurt to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Canterville continued his career in shipping. It wasn't the end. Maybe just one more for the road.
Yeah, do
It's
it.
a great time
Got
to be a
another one.
cargo ship captain. I can tell you that much.
I would refuse to
Al
ever go back
Said
to that
returned
canal.
the Lunexicon back to the Sphinx. Thank you, old friend. And the Ever Given had some minor repairs done to the bow over in Qingdao Port in China. And then she was ready to set sail again.
Okay. then they all
The
went
Ever
off
Given
into
was
the sunset.
released back into the wild. It
Its
sailed
natural habitat.
into the sunset. Ever since then, global trade has improved.
Yay!
Prices have gone down. The economy
Everyone
flourished
clap.
once again. Food returned to the supermarkets.
Yay!
Mothers clutched their babes. A litter of
They didn't
puppies.
clutch them before, but they now do. The puppies!
And peace was
Oh,
full
where are
of
the puppies?
puppies.
Oh, they're so cute.
And peace was finally restored
But not
to
the
the
nose.
Middle East
Oh, I came back.
forever.
Yay! Clap.
The end. Thanks again to Salee, the easy way to get data on your phone when you're overseas. And 15% off? Now
Is that what that guy had for their what was it? The 13 months and the 3 years that he was there, however long he was there, too long. He probably had sailing.
that's a good deal.
And that's a good deal. Yay!